Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to Archer+Alex. My name is Alex. I am the owner and lead soap maker here. And today is the very last soap video for the Y2Gay Secret Soap series. So today I'm going to be making a ready to wash soap. Y'all have been requesting a hyper masculine fragrance soap, and I thought, what better time to do it than this very last one? So if you want to see how I make the last secret soap for the Y2Gay series, make sure you keep on watching and we're going to get right into it. Alrighty friends, so we are back for our last ready to wash soap for the Y2Gay collection. So I have our white ready to wash soap base ready to go. We're melted, everything's looking great. And then I also have our colors. So the first color we'll be using today is a blend of Tahitian teal with our Kermit green mica. So it's really pretty, kind of like maybe like an emeraldy green or like an ivy green. Regardless, it's beautiful. And then we also have a mixture of our Tahitian teal with the Mermaid blue mica and the blue Slushy mica by our friends over at Brambleberry. So that's the color palette we're going to be using for this soap. For our fragrance oil, ding 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 ding, it is a beautiful blend. We have notes of grapefruit, notes of leather, notes of lavender and rosemary and sage and all sorts of really beautiful notes. So this fragrance is a custom blend, but I'm gonna say it smells very close to Phoenix by Axe. And a lot of folks have been asking me to do more of a clean, masculine type fragrance. So for this soap, we're going to do just that. And we're going to have some fun with this really cool blue and green swirled design. So the first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna do a temp. So we are at 181, 182 essentially right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to split our base off into another bowl. So we'll have two colors. Actually, rewind. Mistakes are being made. You can tell that I'm getting towards the end of my capacity for this collection. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take our fragrance oil and I'm going to add that in. And we're going to give this a nice good mix. Oh my God. That smells incredible. If you're a fan of almost hyper masculine men's body wash, Diva, this one's going to be for you. Oh, wow. Ooh, in the best way possible. I'm feeling it. Okay. Wow, that is, dare I say, sexy. Support the bottom. Wow, that is... I'm so glad that y'all have been on to me about making a fragrance like this. Because honestly, after this collection, I could see this becoming a full-time fragrance. Not gonna lie. It is kind of that girl. Obviously, she would need another name to stay into the collection full-time, but I'm not mad about that. I can easily come up with another name for this fragrance. But damn, y'all are gonna love this. And I think the color palette is just gonna take it there also. All right, so we added in our blue mixture to that bucket. We're adding our green mixture into this bucket. All right, let's go ahead and give this a nice little mixy mix. Wow, 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 wow. This fragrance is very effervescent. I guess that's the correct word to use. It's strong, like in a really great way. If you're a fan of soaps and body washes that have like this really kind of strong anchor to it, I'm gonna tell you that this may be the fragrance for you. This may be the soap for you. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, and so what I've learned with our new and improved soap base is we kind of want to be in this 140, 150 range. That way we can get everything into the mold. It doesn't start solidifying too fast. It also gives us the ability to have good swirls without it being like too muddy and mottled. I almost kind of feel like our green here needs a little bit more vibrancy. So what I'm gonna do is find our, there it is. I need my Jade Green Liquid Crystal Dye by Brambleberry. And I also need my yellow, which I literally just had it in the last video. There it is. So we're gonna add a touch of yellow just to kind of like add some vibrancy back to this. Because over here on our blue side, we have this really nice like prismatic vibrancy. We're kind of missing that over on this green side. So I want this to be kind of like a toxic shock green, a neon green, a limey green even. So see how that yellow just kind of pulled us back towards lime. Add just a couple, and I do mean a couple drops of this green, just to kind of give us a little bit of base. Beautiful. Let's go back in with our yellow again. Just a little bit more. We want to tweak this just so that it, there we go. There we go. Yellow, when it comes to colorants, is a little bit weaker when compared to blue and red pigments. So sometimes you have to use a little bit more with that green because it's a mixture of, actually it's just straight up green pigment. We're trying to make sure that these are within like the same family when it comes to the tonality, and I definitely think that we're there. So we're gonna give this a spritz. I got a new little spray bottle, so it'll be so much easier for me to spray things down going forward. All right. So in my sketch, I had our green on the bottom, and then we swirled in our blue. Oop. Get over here. There we go. Get that red out of there. So let's go ahead and throw a nice, generous portion of our green down. I'm going to stir up our blue. Now we don't want this blue to like super take over. So what we're gonna do is we're going to kind of just use our spatula to break our fall a little bit. So we'll start seeing some of our green and our blue mixing together. Okay, I think that's looking great. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go through with our isopropyl alcohol, give this a nice little 1-2 spritz, and then we're going to leave this undisturbed for about 12 to 24 hours or so, until this loaf can really firm up and set, and then we'll be back to cut it into bars. Okay, so we are back to unmold our very last ready-to-wash soap for the Y2Gay collection. So let me go ahead and get this gal unmolded. It still smells so incredible. I am obsessed with how this fragrance turned out. I developed it on TikTok Live. So if you enjoy watching these videos but want to do so in more of a live format, it's so much fun because like as I'm doing things, y'all can add in comments and suggestions, and it makes the experience like so much more interactive. Yeah. All right. So we have that nice green, we have some blue peeking through. We'd love to see it. All right. Move this out of the way. All right. Let's cut our first bar of the loaf. And this is what we look like. So as you can see, we definitely pour probably a little warmer than we should have. So it's predominantly blue in the middle. But at this point, it's gonna be fine. let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. And this bar is too small for me to use as an actual soap. So we're going to cut it in half for samples. There we go. And this is what our final ready to wash soap for the Y2Gay collection looks like. It turned out really cool. I kind of love how the colors are swirled together. But yeah, I'm gonna kick it over to Alex in the studio to wrap up this video, and we will see everyone in the next video. Okay, so that was the creation of this last secret soap. So let me give you a close-up look. You can see how beautiful that green and that blue is swirled together. The fragrance is incredible. Like I said, it's very similar to what you would get from kind of an Axe experience, but elevated. It's not just some slop together fragrance oil right off the shelf. This is custom, baby. So, any guesses what this is named? I mean, you're about to find out very soon. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. That helps grow our pack over here on YouTube. You can also hit that subscription button down below if you want to join the Brat Pack, and hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime that I post a video. I'm super excited. The promo video is coming any day now. So until I see you next time, we're closing out the Y2Gay collection. Y'all will be able to purchase it soon. Details coming soon. But please make sure to stay safe, stay happy, and toodles.